Welcome to Quest for Facts. If you enjoy learning amazing facts, hit like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell.
Welcome, fact lovers. Have you ever wondered how ancient myths shaped the cultures that created them? Today, we're diving into some of the most famous myths from ancient civilizations, stories that have survived centuries, captivating imaginations, and inspiring legends that still influence us today. Let's explore these fascinating tales that have passed down through history. First stop, ancient Greece. Perhaps one of the most famous myths comes from this incredible civilization, the tale of the Trojan Horse. But wait, how did this giant wooden horse come to be? The story goes that the Greeks, unable to breach the mighty walls of Troy after a long, exhausting war, decided to employ a clever tactic. They built a massive wooden horse and hid a small group of soldiers inside. The Trojans, thinking the Greeks had finally given up, brought the horse into the city as a trophy. But as night fell, the soldiers emerged, opening the gates for the Greek army, leading to the fall of Troy. Can you imagine what the Trojans were thinking when they realized the horse wasn't just a gift, but a trap? It's like the ultimate ancient Trojan virus. Now let's talk about the Egyptian gods. One of the most intriguing myths comes from the story of Osiris, the god of the afterlife, and his brother Set, the god of chaos. Set was jealous of Osiris and, in an act of betrayal, trapped him in a coffin and threw it into the Nile River. When Osiris' wife Isis found the coffin and tried to bring him back to life, Set was furious. He dismembered Osiris, scattering his body parts across Egypt. But did Isis give up? Of course not. She gathered the pieces, resurrected Osiris, and gave birth to their son Horus, who would later avenge his father by defeating Set. This myth is full of twists and turns, drama, and heroism. Just imagine how many ancient Egyptians must have gathered to hear this story, with its elements of love, betrayal, and vengeance. Let's switch gears and head to the Norse mythology, where the gods of Asgard face challenges unlike any others. Enter Thor, the hammer-wielding god of thunder. One of the most well-known Norse myths involves Thor and his quest to retrieve his stolen hammer, Mjolnir. The thief? Loki, the trickster god, of course. Loki had played a prank that angered the giants, and they demanded Thor's hammer as compensation. To retrieve it, Thor had to disguise himself as a woman and go to the land of the giants, pretending to be the bride of the giant king. Talk about commitment to the mission. Imagine the laughter and drama as Thor, disguised as a bride, attended his own wedding to retrieve his hammer. This is a perfect example of how the Norse gods combine strength and wit to solve their problems. And speaking of tricksters, the Celtic myths also feature a clever and mischievous figure, Puck, a shape-shifting fairy known for causing trouble and playing pranks on humans. Puck is most famous for his role in Shakespeare's A Midsummer Night's Dream. In the ancient Celtic stories, Puck wasn't just a fairy, though. He was a powerful being, capable of influencing the fate of mortals. He might change shape, manipulate time, or even cause confusion among lovers. Can you imagine being a part of that world, where anything could happen at the snap of a finger? Now let's challenge you with a quick question. What is the name of the Greek hero who completed the 12 impossible labors? Think about it. Got your answer? It's Heracles, known to the Romans as Hercules. From slaying the Nemean lion to capturing the golden apples, Heracles showed just how far a hero could go to prove their strength and courage. These labors became a standard for all Greek heroes, setting a high bar for valor and determination. But not all myths come with a heroic figure. Take the story of Medusa in Greek mythology. Medusa, originally a beautiful woman, was transformed into a monster with snakes for hair after being cursed by the goddess Athena. Anyone who looked directly at her would turn to stone. One day the hero Perseus was tasked with slaying Medusa, but rather than looking at her directly, Perseus used a reflective shield to avoid her gaze. With a swift blow, he cut off her head, which became a powerful weapon. The myth of Medusa is not just about a monster. It's about the consequences of beauty, jealousy, and revenge. And here's another mind-boggling question for you. Who were the ancient Sumerians' most revered gods? The answer is Anu, the sky god, and Enlil, the god of wind and storms. These Sumerian deities played a huge role in their creation myth. They believed that the world was formed from chaos and that the gods were responsible for maintaining order. In fact, it was the gods' desire to create humanity that led to the creation of Earth itself. Now that's some divine teamwork.
Thank you for watching.